Welcome back. Coming to our last session of maxima and minima. I have written one question on the board. It says that on an interval which is closed from 0 to 1, function is defined as x raised to 25 into 1 minus x raised to 75. We will not find the maximum value, but we will find where the maximum occurs. That is at what particular point between this particular interval. So you know, for minimum or maximum, you need to find f dash x. The function of x is told to you as x raised to 25 into 1 minus x raised to 75. So f dash x obviously will be your product rule, first function into derivative of second function, that is 75 into 1 minus x raised to 74 into minus 1. Okay, that is 75 minus 1, and derivative of 1 minus x is, that is minus 1. Okay, plus 1 minus x raised to 75 into 25 into x raised to 24, that is 25 into x raised to 24. So I get this as 25 x raised to 24 into 1 minus x raised to 75, this minus, using it here, minus x raised to 25, which is already 75 outside, minus 75 x raised to 25 into 1 minus x raised to 74. So if you want, you can take common and then proceed. So if you take common, so what all you will get here is 25 coming out, 25, then x raised to 24, x raised to 24, 1 minus x raised to 74. What I remain here is 1 minus x from here, 3 remains, 1x remains, into bracket nothing. Okay, this is outside, x raised to 24 and 25. So what I get here is 25 x raised to 24, 1 minus x raised to 74 into 1 minus 4x. Okay, this is your f dash x. Right, this is what I got. Now I need to get the critical points. The critical points will be obtained if I get f dash x is equal to 0. That is the points which will decide minimum, maximum, neither minimum, neither maximum. Okay, so f dash x will be 0. So indicating 0 is equal to 25 x raised to 24, 1 minus x raised to 74 and 1 minus 4x. So obviously I get the points to be as 0, 1 and x is equal to 1 by 4. Right? So these are the points where I will be checking my second derivative. But the second derivative will be too linear. So what I will go with the fundamental thinking. The fundamental thinking tells me that I will check the nature, that is how it behaves, that is derivative behaves how at particular point. So here you see the extreme points are 0 and 1. So I will prefer checking them later on. I will check this particular person because it is between 0 and 1. So let me check this particular point. So this is your so-called as, this is your 0, this is your 1 by 4, this is your 1, and say this is 2 and this is your minus 1. Okay. So all the points I will check, no problem. Okay. But I will see it. Okay, after 1, if I see after 1 means around 1.5. So there is no problem here and here. I will not check it here and here at all. I will only check here. Okay? So when I check it over here, so after 1 is 1.5 suppose. 1.5 means this is 1 minus 4 into 1.5, which is negative. So this will dive down. Okay? And before between 1.4 and 1, 1.4 and 1, that is 1/2 if you take. half. If you take half, so 4 into half is again 2, that is 4 into 1 by 2, that is 2, 1 minus 2, that also is negative. So it also died down here. So it is neither minimum nor maximum, point of inflection over here. Then between 0 and 1/4, 0 and 1/4, 0 and 1/4, what should I take? 1/4 means it is 0 point so called as 0.25, na? So if I take 1 by 10, or even I can take 1 by 5 also, na? 1 by 5 also. If I take 1 by 5, so 1 by 5 if I take, so it will become 4 by 5. 4 by 5 means it will become 5 minus 4, that is positive. So it comes upside here. Okay. And between 0 and minus 1, if I take any value, so 0 and minus 1, so if I take so called as minus 0.5, so minus 0.5 if I take, so this will become 4 into minus 0.5, that is equal to minus 0.2, that is positive. So here also again it is point of inflection. That means I find the change only at 0.1/4, right? So here left side is increasing and right side is decreasing. So indicates this maximum at x is equal to 4. Therefore, maximum value occurs only at x is equal to 1/4. Or rather to say that even if it has 3 points, it has only one maximum, and that maximum is at x is equal to 1/4. Many times the question can be solved very easily. Instead of taking second derivative, just check the nature in first derivative itself, whether it is showing you increasing at particular point and decreasing at particular point, or decreasing and increasing. So you understand whether it is maximum or minimum at that particular point. So it becomes very easy using so called as your wavy curve method for first derivative. Not exactly applicable everywhere, but wherever you get critical point, you can already think on it. Okay. Now here the next question says कि polynomial function is given to you, a0, a1 x square and so on, powers are all even. Yes. Is polynomial function in real x? Okay. The most important condition is mentioned here. All these values which are there, a1, a0, a1, a2, whatever are there, they all are positive values. So that is means not equal to even 0 also. They are all positive values. So we will have to decide the nature of p of x, whether it is having maximum at particular point, minimum at particular point, or neither having maximum ni minimum, or is it having how many maximum, how many minimum. So we just check it. That is if I take p dash x, right, p dash x, so obviously this I will get 2a1 x plus 4a2 x cube plus so called as, and so on will go on, that is 2n an x raised to 2n minus 1. This is your p dash x, right? So in this obviously one though I can see very clearly here 2x is present in everyone. So here it is a1, here it is 2a2 x square and so on. So 2x going outside, you remain, let it be, I don't have space, so I will not write it. Okay. So 2x if it comes outside, so I get here 2x raised to that is n x raised to 2n minus 2. Okay. So this I got. It clearly indicates that a critical point lies either here or either here. Barabar? So therefore, you will get here 2x is equal to 0 or a1 plus 2a2 x square and so on. Either this is equal to 0. Getting it? Okay. Now, if this is equal to 0, so from this I get here x is equal to 0. Or here, if you see this point, then If I take x is equal to 0, if I say so, then your a1 which is there also will become 0, which is contradicting this particular part which is being told over here, that a1, a2, everyone is so called as positive. That means this particular thing will not yield you any solution, right? So I can say here कि I will get only x is equal to 0. X is equal to 0 is only the solution, right? Now the question that arises in my mind is कि at this particular point, is it possible to get minimum or maximum, or is it the point of inflection that is neither minimum nor maximum? So let us check over here by second derivative. The second derivative over here, p double dash x, you can take it from here also, second derivative, or from here also, does not matter. Okay, so when you take second derivative from here, so I get here 2a1, right? Okay, and here I get as 4 3s are 12, na? 12a2 x square and so on. Means everyone will be having x in it. That is plus all terms containing at least x containing x. Okay. That means if I take p double dash 0, so I am going to get 2a1, which is 100% positive, because a1 is positive. So this value is going to be positive. So therefore, I will say here that p of x has one minimum at x is equal to 0. So it will have one minimum at x is equal to 0. Okay, a logical question, simple, but only just think a little bit, think on every part why that particular condition is given to you, then you will be very much comfortable while solving. Now coming to the next question, tangents are drawn from one point p 6, 8 to x square plus y square is equal to r square, that means a standard circle. The area of triangle formed by tangents, that is tangent segments, and chord of contact will form a triangle. It is maximum already told. So what should be the radius of the circle at that particular time? Okay. So to understand it better, I will draw a figure over here. This is my circle, which is standard circle. This is my tangent drawn from point 6, 8. That is P 6, 8. Right? Let this be your radius. Let this be your, which we have already proved. This will be the segment joining any point outside the circle and the center. So obviously your center is nothing but 0, 0. Equation of circle is x square plus y square is your r square. Right? So let me name also, so that it will be more easier for me to understand it. This is your, so this is your A, this is your B, and this is your chord of contact. Okay, okay. So this is there. Let this angle be taken as theta. So obviously even this also will be theta by congruence of triangle, which we have proved many long back. So that is not so much needed. Let this be point be taken as M. So this will be obviously perpendicular, which is also shown earlier. So it is not so much needed. So now the area of triangle that I require, let me write finally area of triangle. Area of triangle is half into base into height, that is PM. Okay, that means I need to get the replacement according to that, that is AB, PM, and so on. Right? So now first if I will see with the tangent segment I can get over here. So this, so we know this particular tangent segment AP, we already know it is under root x1 square plus y1 square plus 2gx1 plus 2fy1 plus c, right? So this will be your under root your x square plus y square minus r square. Okay, so that means radius I can find over here. This is also there. So your AP is nothing but, that is your AP and AB both are equal. Huh? AP is equal to AB, which is nothing but under root. This is r square, this is whatever square, and this is that square using Pythagoras, or if you use formula also. So it is under root x1 square plus y1 square plus, that is if c is there, then according to that. So here x1 square plus y1 square means 6 square plus 8 square, 6 square plus 8 square minus r square, because r is given to the right side. So what you get is nothing but under root, I think so, 6 square 36 and 64, 100 minus r square. This is your AP and this is your AP. See what I would say, AP and PB length both is under root 100 minus r square. If you don't remember this formula, then you can even solve also directly. Huh? This you take x1 y1, this you can find, and this you can find using, so Pythagoras will give you this length already. Okay, so you got AP and PB both as under root 100 minus a square. Okay, so this is your 100 under root 100 minus r square, and this obviously it will be 6 square plus 8 square. So your this, let it be O, this OP will be under root 100, that is equal to 10. So this will be your 10. Okay, so I have got ample information to find c theta, that is I can get AM now. AM is nothing but the side opposite to theta, right? And I have given the adjacent side also, and even so called as hypotenuse also. So here I can get your sine theta to be as, that is I can get sine theta and cos theta both. Sine theta is your opposite is to your hypotenuse, that is this is your hypotenuse and this is your opposite, which is nothing but radius, that is you can say OA also, or simply R. Okay, so sine theta is your R by 10, and what is cos theta? Cos theta is nothing but 100 minus r square, that is adjacent, is to hypotenuse, that is your 10. This is your sine theta and cos theta. What is the role of AM? Because whatever is AM, double will be your MB, and even PM depends on that only. Okay, so your PM which is there now, that is if I take this particular triangle, because I will require this PM also, na? In triangle AMP, PM is your any side, right? And this is known to you, that is hypotenuse. So this is cos, right? You can say cos theta. So your cos theta will be your PM is to hypotenuse, which is under root 100 minus r square. So therefore your PM becomes, so PM becomes your under root 100 minus r square cos theta. Okay, this is your PM. Now I am interested in AM. So AM of yours is nothing but opposite and hypotenuse, so it will deal with sine theta. So sine theta is nothing but your opposite, that is AM is to under root 100 minus r square. That means your AM is equal to under root 100 minus r square sine theta, and this AB which I want is double of that. So your AB is 2 times of under root 100 minus r square sine theta. So area of triangle that I want right now is nothing but half into AB, which is 2 into under root 100 minus r square sine theta into so called as PM, which is nothing but under root 100 minus r square cos theta, right? So this will become, this goes, this is 100 minus r square in one bracket sin theta into cos theta, that is 100 minus r square sin theta found out over here in terms of r, that is r by 10, and here as under root 100 minus r square by 10, that is 1 by 100 into r into 100 minus r square. This is 1 plus half, 2 by 3, correct? No? 1 plus half, 1 plus half, that is 3 by 2, not 2 by 3, it will become 3 by 2. Okay, so it is 100 minus r square, same it is, now you can 1 plus half is 3 by 2, yes. So this is your area of triangle in terms of r. You need to find the derivative for getting critical point. So d delta by dr, 1 by 100 I am keeping it as it is. It is first function into derivative of second function, that is 3 by 2 into 100 minus r square, 3 by 2 minus 1 is 1 by 2 into derivative of minus r square, that is equal to minus 2r. This is first part completed, plus you get 100 minus r square into 3 by 2 into derivative of r, that is 1. Okay, so what I get here is, this is 1 by 100, let this be written first, 100 minus r square raised to 3 by 2, then this 2 and this 2 cancels, minus r square, which is 3 multiplied by 3, na? That is 3r square into 100 minus r square raised to 1 by 2. Now this value is going to become 0. So therefore, for critical points, you will have this complete becoming 0. So 1 by 100 cannot be 0. So only this can be 0. So you get here 100 minus r square raised to 3 by 2 is equal to 3r square into 100 minus r, the square root of it. Okay, so on solving, that is on solving, what we get is, squaring it, we get 100 minus r square of the whole cube is equal to 3r square into 100 minus r square. Try to write it over here. So I get this as 100 minus r square common, 100 minus r square into bracket, this will become 100 minus r square the whole square minus 3 r raised to 4. This is equal to 0, indicating your r square is equal to 100, or this solving will give me 100 plus this will give me 100 plus 200 r square plus r raised to 4 minus 3r raised to 4. So which on solving will give me, this will become minus is equal to 0. Okay, so your r is equal to, I can take only positive value because it is radius, so no need of taking your r is equal to minus 10. So this is your minus 2r square, minus 2r square, which becomes your r raised to 4, r raised to 4 minus 100 r square minus 100. Okay, 100 r square minus 50, sorry, not 100, it will become 50. Okay, so 50 and the splitting should be so called as 100. So if I try to solve it, I got one already as r is equal to 10. Okay. So before I jump on to so-called as taking your second derivative and finding another critical points, let me check the nature at r is equal to 10. I will check the nature of function at r is equal to 10. So this is your function over here. Okay, here. This is your dr by d theta. This is d theta by dr. And I have a point r is equal to 10. Okay. So I will be checking the nature at r is equal to 10. So at r is equal to 10. So this is my 10, this is my 11, and this is my 9. Okay. Let me check the nature. Okay. So suppose I take it as 10.5. 10.5. 10.5. So this will be more than 100. So this is going to become negative. Okay. And this obviously will be same. So better I will clean it and then I will write so that it will be more easier to understand. And if I don't get it at r is equal to 10, then I will think of those particular points. Yeah, I have spotted the mistake over here. I have squared it. Okay. So I squared it here also and here also, but I wrote here by mistake 3 itself. So here it will become 9. And here all is okay. So here I get so-called as this will become 9. This is minus 9. So let me check it once again. If I take it this side, so I will get this common square minus 9r raised to 4. So this is correct. So this becomes your this value. So this is your minus 9. Minus 9r raised to 4. So this will change. That is, this will change now. This line will change. So if I change this line, so this is 8, na? So it is 8r raised to 4. 8r raised to 4 minus 200r square minus 100 is equal to 0. Okay. So right now I am dropping this for a moment, for 1 second, and then I will move to that particular point. So I get here 8 dividing 8, 4 if I divide. So I will get here 2r raised to 4, 2r raised to 4 minus 100 r square minus 50 is equal to 0. Dividing by 4 I think. So 4. 4 means this will become, I thought I divided by 2. So this will become your 50 and this will become your 25. Okay. So this is 2r raised to 4 minus 50r square minus 25. Okay. So when I split it, what I get, once again sorry, a big calculation blunder. That is simple lower standard mistakes. This 100 square I have to make, which I did not make also, and even this sign will become minus. So here is the biggest mistake over here. This is the biggest mistake. That is, this actually becomes 100 ka square. That means nothing but r raised to 4 minus 2 times of 100, that is 200 r square plus 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros minus so called as 9 r raised to 4. This will become equal to 0. So this is actually what is required, and I was getting something else only. Okay. So now it is very correct, because square of this I have written minus 2 times of 100, now it is correct, 200 r square, and then square of this also I have written, and this is minus 9. So now I will change the sign, but I will write here minus 8 r raised to 4, this one, minus 200 r square plus 1, 2, 3, 4 is equal to 0. Changing sign I get r raised to 4. But 8 I don't think so will divide it to 100. No, it will not divide to 100. 8 to the 16. Yes, it will divide. So it will divide, it will become plus 8 2s and 25 r square, plus even this will be divisible, that is 10,000 it is divided by 8. So it will become, so finally got it correct, that is I get here minus 1250. This is division I got. Splitting is this, 50 and 25 will be the factors. So r square cannot be minus 50. So r square is equal to 25. So I got two critical points, one is 10 and one is 5. So I will check for both the points. So I will check for first 5. To the left of 5 if I take, that is so called as 4 if I take. So this will become 16. 16 means this is 100 minus so called as, this is 100 minus 16. 100 minus 16 means it is 84. 84 ka square root. 84 ka square root. So 84 is nearby to what? 91. So it is 8 cube. 8 cube means very big value. And this is square root. So okay. So this is your positive value over here. So this will become your positive. That is to the left it is positive. Okay. That is left derivative is positive. And what about the right derivative? If you take 6. So it is 100 minus 6 square. 6 square is your 36. 36, 100 minus 36 is your 64. 64 square root is 8. 100 minus 6 square, 36. 8. And here again it is 6 ka square. 36 into 3. 36 into 3 is 108. So okay, so this value seems to be negative. So the function goes from positive to negative. So obviously it will be maximum over here. And I would suggest you to check it for so called as before 10 and after 10 also. This is negative over here. This is negative. So the function is so called as, it is found to be at one point, so I got it at least, k at r is equal to 5. It is maximum. Okay, that means the area of the triangle which is formed will be maximum at r is equal to 5. You yourself check it for r is equal to 10, what you get. I hope in this particular part, other than so called as the calculation blunder which I made, that is actually I made a calculation blunder which are very small and simple mistakes but should not be done. So this should not be done actually, but it is okay, sometimes it happens. But finally I got at r is equal to 5 it is maximum. I do not know about r is equal to 10 and